I like asking this question in case there's a nurse that is listening and they're not quite sure what type of person this role might be suited for.
You know what? I think anybody, any nurse or any health professional could do this. I think that I think just, having talked to so many nurses that I've worked with over the years that are still doing that job that they started doing 20 years ago and they're really not that happy. I'm a chameleon when it comes to my profession. This is my profession and I really like doing it, but I don't want to be unhappy. And so I've always strived not to be unhappy. I've always had a very strong work-life balance. So anybody can do this, and if you're a nurse and you have to be an organized, uh, person who can really that can multitask and do many, many things at once. So if you can do that as a nurse, you can put your ideas down on paper. It's just a matter of learning how to do it initially, which isn't hard to do. And I think that nurses have very thick skins. We have to. So when you when you submit that first draft, and it's nerve wracking because you have imposter syndrome. You're not sure how it's going to turn out, and then you get they kick it back to you for edits. You know, as nurses, we've learned to grow thick skins and let things roll off our back. So don't sweat it. You can do this. You definitely can do this. It's hard in the beginning. I'm not going to lie. It's hard, and I can see why a lot of nurses may want to give up. But I'm not that kind of nurse. I don't give up. So thank God.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything you said. I think pretty much anyone can do this role as well. I'll also even go a step further and say that while I was always called to writing, at one point I was a really good writer. I was really rusty when I picked up and started writing as a career. So I wasn't even a great writer when I started back up writing again, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was better as a kid, like in high school. So I was so rusty. So I wasn't even a strong writer. So I don't even think you have to be an incredible writer to be good at
Mm-mm.
this job. And there's so many different niches. I talk about niches all the time, but even doing like slide decks, which I call fancy pants PowerPoint slides,
Yeah.
very like visual for people too. So it's not even necessarily like writing these super, super long deliverables. So if you're not even like a super word person, there's still like space for you in this arena.